What's up, guys? Andrew on my channel, Geared Inc. Today we've got a ton of tech news to get through. There's a lot of cool things happening in the space. New GPUs to look forward to, some new CPUs to look forward to, price cuts, which heck yes, I'm excited for those. I've got some rumors, some confirmation, some inside information, but I want to talk about March's giveaway because I did a terrible job of announcing it. So let's talk about that first. These gaming earbuds from Soundcore are an absolute pleasure to use. As somebody who hates big bulky headsets, as well as if you're like me, you're tired of the Hello Kitty bullshit, these are perfect. Not only are they sub 30 ms, they are completely wireless with a dongle that you can use with a PC, a console, a Steam Deck, or anything else that's Type-C or Bluetooth 5.3. I'm giving away a pair this month and you can enter down in the description below. Alright guys, let's dive right into the juicy details. I will be the first one to admit I've not had a stellar experience with AMD's new GPUs. Originally in this build right here, I had the brand new 7900 XTX, only to have one of the bad vapor chambers and have to send it back. Getting a replacement card, I still noticed that I was getting random crashes and driver issues. I was assured by AMD that this was not the case, so I decided to step down to the XT version, thinking maybe it was just that specific series of cards, only to be met with Windows corruption errors that they promised wasn't due to their cards or their drivers. Now they've backpedaled and openly admitted that yes, in fact, their new Radeon drivers have caused some serious issues, including Windows corruptions and Windows crashes. Currently sitting in the system now is a 4070 Ti, and you know, maybe in another 6 to 12 months I'll swing back on AMD for a potential GPU upgrade for my travel system. But honestly, until then, I'm not really that enthusiastic about their current lineup of GPUs, at least not in the high end. Simply too many problems. And before the AMD hate train, I literally just upgraded this system to a 7950X 3D, changed my entire platform because this was an alternatively better performer than my 12900K. So I have nothing against AMD, Intel, Nvidia. I base all my purchasing decisions off price, performance, and availability. I do not care about brand. And quite honestly, if you're a fanboy of really any brand and you're not willing to give other brands a chance, even if they're objectively better, you're dumb. AMD has admitted that they actually could have created a competitor directly to the RTX 4090 if they wanted to. However, after seeing the amount of wattage and price that those 4090s were getting listed on, they decided not to adopt that strategy. I personally think this is something that bit them in the butt. I like that they came out with such a competitive price point for their higher end GPUs, despite my own, experience with them. That's not what everybody has gone through. And a lot of people are very happy and satisfied with those GPUs at a lower price. But whether you're an AMD fan or not, we've been waiting for AMD to meet Nvidia head on at the high end of the market to drive the cost of GPUs down in general. And as long as Nvidia has the Halo product, the very best of the best, regardless of secondary software and all of that, it is not going to be good for competition. So AMD, look, we don't want GPUs that cost, our second kidney and, 600 watts and all that as well. But right now, we just need you to compete directly with Nvidia in a way that's super meaningful to drive the cost of GPUs down across the board. And there is some good news on that front. So we know that we are going to be getting both Nvidia and AMD GPUs coming out April to May. This is going to be the rest of the budget stack where most gamers are going to be buying their next generation hardware. However, AMD and Nvidia have suffered abysmally with not only the depression, which yes, we are technically in, not depression, a recession, whatever you want to call it, but the economy is not great right now, and a lot of people are suffering, and a lot of people just aren't buying computer hardware. AMD and Nvidia and Intel have all taken some of their biggest losses quarter over quarter, and they're noticing. I'm kind of on the inside track as I work for a computer company, and I can tell you that, the scuttlebutt around the water cooler is that there is in fact going to be price drops not only on current gen GPUs, but on the next gen as well. They look like they may be slashing prices by as much as $150 to make GPUs that are coming out more appealing and more of a reason for people to upgrade. Because right now, a lot of people simply aren't doing it, either because what they have is sufficient or because the price to performance simply isn't there. The new AMD 7800X 3D looks like it's going to be a killer. This CPU supposedly is coming in at 24% over the current i9 from Intel, which is a dramatic uplift. The CPU I just upgraded to is kind of in a weird spot because not only is it more expensive, but currently with Intel, it sometimes beats it, sometimes loses, sometimes matches. It's not necessarily a clear sweep. But if this CPU coming in at a lower price point and 24% performance higher, is true, then this is going to be the gamer CPU of choice. I wish it wasn't so expensive. At $450, it's not exactly an ideal budget option, but if it can beat the i9 and it can do it for a little bit less money, that's fantastic. Obviously, this isn't going to be as great for people who do video editing, content creation, you know, things that require either higher levels of parallel processing or multi-core power. But for your gamer, this is going to be probably the choice for a lot of people, because we are not going to have anything really new coming out in the space probably until the fall. And on that point, I've got some kind of head of the curve insider information for you. So Intel's already come out saying that their next generation is going to be more of a tick in terms of performance uplift with 50% better efficiency. That doesn't mean 50% performance, just efficiency with their current CPUs. They also are going to add some more efficiency cores, or, you know, basically their hybrid technology that they use in their current generation CPUs, which should be interesting. However, what's more interesting to me is that supposedly this architecture is going to work with current generation motherboards. Intel will be releasing probably the Z890 chipset alongside their next gen stuff to come out in fall, but it will be backwards compatible all the way back to their 6090 chipset. This is an interesting move from Intel, but it totally makes sense. AMD is set to kind of come in and sweep the board with their 3DX, taking away even more market share from Intel in a time that they simply can't lose it. They are hemorrhaging money with everything from CPUs to their Arc GPUs right now, despite the fact that Arc has done a little bit better recently, and so they need to get competitive fast. If they can keep this upgrade on their current motherboards, it will offer a compelling reason for people to go with Intel, because generational upgrades haven't been something they've been famous for, especially in the most recent years. So there you have it, guys. That's the most interesting news you may have missed this week. Remember to enter that giveaway for those earbuds. I've been using them every day. I absolutely love them. So leave me a big thumbs up if you thought this video was great, a thumbs down if not. Remember to get subscribed and hit that bell icon so you know when these videos drop next. I will have obviously more content coming out your way. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all next time.